Hi guys! So I got these new brushes here. I have been calling them a rake brush, but I've heard them referred to as a comb brush or a wisp brush or a grainier brush. And what they are is just a brush that has a few less hairs at the end, which gives it this kind of feathery-like tip. And it's really good for creating textures. So I thought I'd do a quick little demonstration on how to use this. So first I'm just going to get a little bit of water on my brush here. I'm just going to pick up a small amount of paint. I don't actually want to get too much paint on my brush. I want to do a little bit of dry brush. So I'm just going to scrape a little bit of it off here. So you can see how nice that separation is in the bristles. Now when I apply this to my page, I actually get a very textured stroke. So you can imagine if you were painting an animal, this would be a really nice way to do fur. Even here, it almost looks like I have like fins of a fish. Let me just see if I can kind of, yeah. So you can imagine having a little fish fins. If I turn it at an angle here, I get kind of a more concentrated stroke, so you have a little bit of variation that you can do within your strokes here. And this is just using kind of a dry brush technique, right? It's kind of building out here. Now I want to find a picture of a koi fish because I feel like that would be perfect for this. Might have to do that painting next. But you can see just that nice wispiness of the brush, right? So that's one way you can do it, is kind of a dry brush. So not too much paint, make sure you have a lot of separation in your bristles, and you can get really nice texture. So if you add a little bit more water, you're going to get a wet brush. And this is going to act a lot more like a normal brush, but you still can get a little bit of variation in there. So again, you want to just make sure that your bristles are a little bit on the separate side, and then you can go right in. And if you use the belly of the brush, you can still get the wisps on the pick up and the put down. And here I'm just going to really load up my brush and use the belly just to show you here. There we go. So then we can get some nice wispy kind of feels there. So just another way you can use it. Again, texture, but this is more kind of a loaded brush here, and this is more of a dry brush here. And then again, I just want to point out, if you use it at the side, I just pick up more paint here. There we go. This is like a nice Payne's gray up here. If you use it on the side, you can almost do little lines with it. So if I wanted to build out a feather, like I could kind of use this flat part here to build up some texture this way, and then use this part to establish a shadow, right? There we go, kind of building that out. So you can go like that, or you can go like that. Get a little more paint on there. There we go. So again, just a couple of really neat ways to use this brush, but I'm excited to do it. I feel like I could do some nice grass with it. If I had a kind of grassy scene, just load it up, maybe a little drier here. I feel like it would be good for that though. And then you can do tapping with it too, and that gives you another kind of texture. So if I was doing like an animal with maybe some short fur, I would probably just kind of tap in some areas. And it's almost like stippling, except instead of just the one little brush stroke, you get a whole bunch of brush strokes. And they're going to create a little bit of a pattern, of course, but you can always kind of fix that when you go in with your detail brush. So just a couple really nice little strokes you can do. I just finished painting an owl using this brush, and I really loved it. So I'll post a few clips of that here as well for you to look at. You can see here I'm using the brush at a bit of an angle, and how it's just kind of creating that nice shadow, and then you go in and you pull it out to create that kind of feathery texture here. I think I will just try to draw a feather. Why not? So this is what they're calling this brush here, the filbert grainier brush. I've been calling it a rake brush. Whoa, hey little man. I have my baby in my arms right now and I'm painting. Let me tell you, there's easier things to do. I'm just gonna kind of pull this out and try to get a nice feather. Oops. He is not interested in this goal of mine. He's squirming, 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 wants to get out of my arms. Of course, just gonna tap kind of an edge in here. And, you know, I might even kind of do a reverse pull. I'm just gonna kind of pull it back this way. See how that works. There we go. Now I'm gonna flip it the other way and do the other part of my feather. I'm just using the tip, trying to get that wispiness. You can't see it, but I have a 7-month-old in my lap right now, trying to do somersaults, and he is not happy. Oh, little mister, here you go. But you can see, even with the 7-month-old in my lap and a little bit of distraction here, I'm able to do a decent feather in about 30 seconds. Not bad. If I wanted to kind of build in my layers here, different colors, I think I could do a really nice job of it. But I'm not sad about this. I'm really not. There we go. Especially considering my distractions. So you see, using that edge to create those. Here, I'll even use the edge to maybe. Sometimes you get little breaks in your feather, right? It's not always so perfect. So I'll just break it up a bit here so it feels less perfect. There we go. There we go. Oh, there we have a little hand. Yeah, that's Mommy's feather. What do you think? And that's the camera. Okay, I guess that's my cue. Bye, guys.